I was born and raised in Mississippi, so I understand how quickly racial tension can turn ugly. Mississippi's history includes the murders of Medgar Evers and Emmett Till, along with many other terrible injustices. We should never ignore that history. But in the case of Nolan Wells, we must allow trained investigators and medical professionals to do their jobs. Yes, there are unanswered questions. Some things do not appear to make sense. What caused Nolan's friends to conclude that he was missing? Who did they contact first and why? When were local authorities, the Coast Guard, search and rescue organizations, and Nolan's mother notified? Those are legitimate questions, but questions are not proof of murder or a cover-up. Social media has no brakes. Some content creators are calling Nolan's mother a liar, while others are behaving like medical examiners and criminal investigators. Ben Crump and Al Sharpton have raised serious concerns, but accusations should not get ahead of verified evidence. Nolan's death should not become a competition for money, publicity, clicks, likes, or control of the narrative. Misleading titles and exaggerated descriptions are being used to make people click on videos. People with no medical training are displaying diagrams and presenting theories as facts. Nolan's family already heard the preliminary findings at the press conference. Why repeatedly show the most painful details and force his mother to relive them? Let this family grieve. We saw similar exploitation surrounding Karmelo Anthony and the killing of Austin Metcalf. Regardless of anyone's opinion about those cases, these young men are somebody's children. How would you feel if strangers were using your child's tragedy to build an audience and make money? I feel strongly about this because I have two sons. Everybody on social media has suddenly become Matlock, Quincy, and Jessica Fletcher from murder, she wrote. But sometimes our mouths can be our worst enemy. In the military, I learned about operational security. Loose lips sink ships. Stop announcing every theory and telling potential suspects or opponents everything you think you know. Let investigators investigate. People say they want the real truth. There is only truth. If something is not true, it is false, no matter how many views or likes it receives. And if Black Lives Matter, that concern should not appear only in nationally publicized cases involving suspected racial injustice. Where is the same sustained outrage when young black people are killed in Chicago, Memphis, Detroit, St. Louis, Jackson, Washington, D.C., and other communities? Where is the outrage over theft driving businesses away, neighborhoods becoming food deserts, illegal street takeovers, and violence destroying black families? We can demand transparency and answers for Nolan Wells while also refusing to exploit his death. We can acknowledge Mississippi's history without declaring guilt before all the evidence is available. Justice requires facts. Compassion requires restraint. Nolan and his family deserve both.